Hello and welcome to my 61st weekly video, Living with Alzheimer's. Thank you so much for all of your comments last week. I've just sat here a little while and read through them, and yeah, I will keep doing the videos. It's so good to know, and I can't believe that they have gone as far as they have gone and had such an impact that they have had. It's it's very humbling, and yes, I will keep doing them for as long as I can, basically, because it is a journey. It is a journey of my life with Alzheimer's to try and help others to understand. So I don't suppose the journey is from a long way from finished yet. So yeah, I don't know what chapter we're at, but we've got to keep going. And also, I've come to realise that on things like my daughter set up a YouTube channel, as you know, and they're a great resource for me. It's a library for me and my family as well, so that's wonderful. This week I want to talk a little bit about, I suppose, dementia taking away our confidence, I suppose, really. It's not good for people with dementia to be isolated. It's not good for people to be on their own. It's not good for people to not have communication and I suppose socialise with others. But, and here's the but, I think what a lot of people don't realise is that sometimes communicating and socialising with others can be quite frightening for people like myself. Now, I've always been a very confident person. I can stand in front of an audience and I can do public speaking and that sort of thing. But it doesn't mean to say that it concerns me sometimes, and it doesn't mean to say that sometimes I lose my way, and sometimes, but when I've got others around me who, maybe I've got somebody in the audience who will just give me the odd little prompt I can use as an external memory, that's fine. I feel a little bit more comfortable with doing that. Now, if you go out and you are talking to others and you're having a social gathering, the person with dementia, i.e. like myself, as I've said before, our minds will be racing at 1,000 miles an hour to keep up with everybody else. But it's difficult to remember what the conversations were. And when the confidence part comes in, what I really mean is that I'm always aware and wary that A, I might say the wrong thing in the wrong place, B, I might repeat myself, and C, I might actually not really know what the other person is talking about. And it becomes quite demoralising. It becomes quite frightening as well at times. Now, if you've got somebody else with you, somebody who can just cut in every now and again and who can just take the lead every now and again, it takes the burden, the load, not burden, the load of somebody with the condition. And I suppose one of the best ways to try and explain this to you as somebody who maybe is not living with dementia, imagine if you're having a conversation with a friend, and that conversation is very much now, not what they've said or what you can think they might say, but it's now. So imagine that everything they said you could recall for maybe about half a sentence and a half. And after that, you couldn't recall it. So you don't really know where the conversation's going. You lose the plot. I find myself personally, and this is one way to try and explain it, that words are in a long line. And when someone is talking, we start off right at this end of the line. As somebody is talking, it's okay, I can remember it, I can understand it, and I know where I am. As the conversation goes along, this part of the line disappears. And I am working on a smaller section. Then as the conversation goes on, so basically it's as though somebody is erasing the conversation as we go along. Somebody is rubbing it out. It's disappeared. So the conversation is very much here and now. I can't absorb the conversation and keep it in my head. Now, an example is now. Right now, I've been talking to you for 5 minutes, just over, according to the little counter on here. I have absolutely no idea what I've now said. What I have said has gone. What I am saying is here. And people with Alzheimer's, with dementia, can lose their confidence because we're not sure where we are at in the conversation. And that's a point that I think people should realise, because sometimes people get so that they want people to engage with others, and that's fine, but it can be quite hard work, and it can be very frightening at times as well. The here and now, drawing, painting, puzzles, those sort of things are great because they're there, they're in the moment. So it's in the moment stuff. And this is something that I just think that people should, I don't know, try and understand a little bit. It's not so much about conversations through politics and all of that sort of thing. It's about the here and now. So there we go. That is today's little video. One thing I just want to say today is I just want to say hello to Pauline. Pauline, I know you've just moved house, probably only a few days ago, and I do hope that you're settling in. Moving house can be a very daunting thing to do, and it can be a bit of an upheaval, but it can also be, I don't know, a wonderful new challenge and a wonderful new start. So that's the way that we should look at it. So I hope you're settling in well to your new home, Pauline. Well, that just remains for me to say, as always, have a wonderful weekend, have a great week, and I'll be here again next week. And I do hope that today has cleared up something about communication, and I think I spoke about conversation with people with dementia, and not too much info in one go, but here and now. Great. Talk to you again next week. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.